Hi guys, how are you? I am Ranga. Today my video, what is the advantage when you work in free zone area in UAE than the local company. Okay, let me tell you first what is the free zone. It is a designated area in which company are taxed very lightly or not at all in order to encourage the business or the economic activities in that area. In regard of the UAE or Dubai, there is no tax at all in the free zone area. Okay. Inside the free trade zone, the goods may be landed, handled, manufactured or reconfigured, re-export without intervention of the custom authority. If there is no tax, then custom authority also don't have any reason to intervene the work, right? UAE is the country where the more than 40 free zones are existent. Most of them are located in Dubai. What is the benefit to work in free zone area? Okay, number one, free zone are functioned by one rule and regulation. Okay, in UAE every free zone possesses its own employment law and the free zone are not governed by the labor law of UAE. If you work in a local company, not the free zone company, you will be hired within the criteria of the labor law of UAE and you will sign the contract from the Ministry of Labor. But free zone are functioned by the rule and regulation of the concerned authority and retain their very own employment deal. It does not mean the free zone company can do anything what they like when they recruit the employees. Labor law can still apply and provision on employment deal must be accordance with the labor law of UAE. The contract when you sign and your employer should be equal to provision of the labor law of UAE, should not be less than that. Your salary and other compensation should in the line of the UAE labor law. In other words, when you sign your contract with the employer in free zone area, this should not contradict the labor law of UAE. Okay. Number two, sponsor and visa. All free zone workers are sponsored by the specific free zone authority rather than by their company. Okay. If you are working in a free zone area, you are not sponsored from the company where you work. Suppose you work in a Samsung company which is inside the free zone area. You are not sponsored by the Samsung, but you are sponsored by the free zone authority. Okay. If you are working outside the free zone area, you will be sponsored by the particular company and you are under the particular company. Okay, not like free zone authority. The free zone authority financing the employees send the straight to the immigration regulation and never to the Ministry of Labor. Okay, number three, conflict between manager and worker. This one everywhere happen, conflict, right? Any conflict between worker and their manager in free zone area will not be first noticed at the Ministry of Labor but by the specific authority. If you want to complain about abuse in workplace or any other complaint, you can complain to the free zone authority, not to the Ministry of Labor. If you are working outside of the free zone, you have to go to Ministry of Labor. No need to go there. Number four, end of the service and compensation. Employers are needed to hold a bank guarantee that is needed to secure the worker due and any specific end of the service advantage which might be paid on termination of their job contract. Just like outside company also, the employer are responsible to pay the compensation after finish the contract. Number 5, worker terminate and deal prior to the expiry. Okay, this one also benefit. Labor deal in free zone are often limited to 2 years. Okay, in the case if you or worker terminated the deal before your contract finish, if it is a written on the employment deal, refund, visa and other expenses, then the manager can claim such reimbursement. So before you signing the contract, you must check what you have to bear if you terminate your contract before your contract finish. Okay, number 6, manager cannot ask a worker to refund. Okay, even though you resign before the contract expires, generally a manager cannot ask the worker to refund the visa cost along with other expenses. It is considered opposed to the labor law of UAE. They cannot ask. Such a sum will determine in accordance with the employee's position along with the salary. Okay. Number 7, cancelling the sponsorship from the free zone authority. If the free zone authority does not authorize the shift of sponsorship, the free zone authority will cancel the sponsorship of worker and the worker will not be permitted to work with a new company unless legitimate entry permit and the visa obtained. This might require leaving and re-entry the country. Okay, this is not different. The people who are working outside the free zone also same. Just like the outside, if you get a new job, you have to wait until you get the new visa and work permit sponsoring by the new employer. You cannot work until you get the new visa and work permit. It is same inside and outside also. Number 8, work ban. You know, if you work a local company or not inside the free zone area, when you end the contract without completing it, you will be automatically banned for certain period, could be 6 months or 1 year. In free zone, the manager has a right to ask the authority to set work ban for 1 year. Thus a ban is appropriate for the specific authority, not overall the UAE. If the manager asks to set a ban, you will ban for the free zone area only, not for the UAE. But if outside, you will be banned for everywhere. In some other free zone area, generally the manager could make a recommendation to free zone authority to place a ban on the worker. However, it is the sole decision of the free zone authority to place the ban or not based on the investigation involving employees' work history and the competition analysis. Okay, it is a long process. Many people they don't want to ban to the worker in free zone area. In my conclusion, the advantage of worker employee in the free zone enjoy depending upon free zone where the worker is employed. Okay, there may be different in the free zone to free zone the facility. However, a worker employed in the free zone will generally enjoy more employment opportunity or advantage than the she or he were employed in onshore of the UAE. They are more advantage than the outside people to get employment. None of the free zone authority will apply to the Ministry of Labor for work ban for the employee. They will not ban for 1 year, 6 months like this. This indicates the problem of the work ban does not occur when the worker in free zone wants to take off the job with a different company, no matter whether the organization is in onshore, in UAE or in the free zone area. There is less chance to get a ban, okay, if you work in the free zone. A free zone worker has a more flexibility of movement than the worker employed onshore in UAE. Okay, you have a more flexibility on movement than the outside of the free zone area. Okay, you can change your job, everything Okay, these are the advantages to work in a free zone area in UAE. Okay, thank you guys, thank you very much. Please subscribe my channel, don't forget, maybe you will miss some video in future. Okay, thank you very much.